This actually happened a few years ago. I think I was 13, and my little sister was about 7. My parents decided to take us on one of those big all-inclusive resort trips down in the Caribbean, with all the free food and drinks and everything. It was supposed to be like super relaxing. The place was huge, honestly, like a small town almost. They had tons of pools, but the weird thing was, the specific kids section, the one with the water slides and everything, it was way out of sight. You had to really wrap around the main buildings to even get to it. It was its own little world back there, all pirate themed with a big ship play structure and shallow pools. We loved it, obviously. But because it was so tucked away, it often felt kind of isolated, especially if you were there at odd times. This one evening, it was probably around 6 o'clock, maybe a little after. The lifeguards had already gone home for the day, because the whole kids area was set to close at 6:30. So it was basically deserted back there. It was just me and my sister splashing around, having the whole place to ourselves. Well, almost. There was this other little girl, maybe my sister's age. She was kind of by herself playing in the pirate ship. My sister, she wanted to go make a new friend. So we started walking over towards the pirate ship, figuring we'd introduce ourselves, say hi. It was all pretty normal, just a couple of kids playing. But as I got closer, just as I was about to step onto the ramp for the ship, I saw someone else in there. A man. He was inside the pirate ship, just talking to the little girl. Now, I don't know what it was. Nothing he was doing was explicitly wrong. But something about it just felt off. The way he was standing, the way he was looking at her, or just the fact that he was there. In a deserted kids area after hours. My gut just screamed at me. I didn't even think. I just grabbed my sister by the arm, hard, and whispered, "We need to go, now." I didn't wait for her to ask why. I just pulled her, really fast. We practically ran all the way back to the main section of the resort, not looking back. Once we were out of that secluded area, I felt a little safer. We just went back to our room and started getting ready for dinner like nothing had happened. The next morning, though, when we were walking to breakfast, everything was different. There were police cars, a lot of them, all around the main lobby area. Uniformed officers everywhere, talking to staff, looking serious. We heard whispers, people talking in hushed tones. It wasn't long before we found out why they were there. A kid was missing. Last seen, they said, in the kids section late yesterday evening. My blood went cold. Late yesterday evening, in the kids section. It hit me instantly. I knew who they were talking about. My sister and I told my parents everything we'd seen, every detail as fast as we could. My parents, they didn't waste any time. They went straight to the police, told them about the man, about us being there. I think they were trying to be helpful, hoping it would lead somewhere. And that's when the police told my parents something that still gives me nightmares. They said this wasn't like a one-off thing. They'd been having reports. Tourists, mostly children, getting kidnapped for ransom. It was a pattern. We packed up our bags that day, and honestly, we were on the first flight out of there. We never ever went back to that resort or even that country for vacation. My parents just said it wasn't safe anymore. The thing is, they never found that little girl. And I still think about that man standing in the pirate ship, talking to her. Because when the police told us a kid was missing, last seen in the kids section where we were, They were talking about the little girl we saw, the one who was with him. We walked right into it, and then we just walked away.